I heard rumors that Deco is gonna be reviewing Captain America: Brave New World. Ugh, I could, I guess. I am not excited for that movie. The trailers do not look good. Another one that the trailers don't look good for is the new Superman movie. And not for the reasons that everyone else is hating on it. It doesn't look good to me. Like, it opens with Superman being beaten up and bloodied in the snow. Like, dude, this is Superman, bro. That's not what I want to see my Superman. I want to see my Superman slamming fools, man, handling. It's Superman. Like, I don't want to see no sissy man. I want to see Superman. Obviously, I guess it's gonna be some kryptonite thing, but it's like, dude, this is your first movie in this version or whatever, and you're already gonna have him getting beat down by kryptonite. Like, I don't know. I don't like the thought of that. I don't really like the thought of that. That actually came out good. And also, the big, like, what's his name who's directing it? James Gunn. He always has to have like the weird characters and stuff. Like, he always has to do the weird stuff. Like, he's doing what's the guy's name? Mr. Terrific or whatever his name is, with the T on his face. And it's like, you know what, whatever, that's fine, cool, you know, like, that's fine. Yes, he is like a lesser known character, and he's, you know, a little like, he's right up James Gunn's alley. It's just like, James Gunn, you're just doing the same thing over and over now. But whatever. The one that I really don't like is he always has to do the big CGI monster thing. Like, he did the big octopus in Suicide Squad, and now he has like this big tentacle monster thing or something in Superman. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know. It's so goofy. It just looks goofy to me. And then this guy, Corin Sweat, he's fine, I guess. He looks fine as Superman, I guess. But like, I don't know if they're gonna do like some CGI in the movie to make it look better, but in all the images I've seen, the suit looks all loose on him. Like, now I like the suit better. I like the bright colors, and I like that he's back in fabric, and it's not like some weird plastic shiny crap. That I didn't like that about the Zack Snyder Superman, the Henry Cavill. Don't get me wrong, I think Henry Cavill is the best Superman depiction we've ever had. He looks straight out of the comic book, and not only that, I actually like where they were going with it, where he had struggle, and he was, you know, it was early Superman. It was an origin story. We were seeing him struggle with being here on Earth and figuring things out and stuff. And so a lot of people complain it's too dark for Superman, and it's like, no, it's not. Superman has dark storylines, and they were starting to get to a more like toward the end, like the Justice League and stuff like that movies. He was starting to figure himself out, his place in this world, where he fit in, you know, and with the Justice League and with everything, you know what I mean? And you see that like he was starting to become more lighthearted and the Superman that we know and love and that we want. But he had to get there. It's called character development, you know what I mean? And but I didn't like the suit though, the dark, like, this kind of bothers me all the time, and they're always afraid to go with like comic accurate colors. Like, you watch like Daredevil, he's not red, he's like maroon. Same thing with the Flash, until like the later seasons, he was not red, he was like a dark, deep, like wine color, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, it's red, just let him be red. And like Henry Cavill's Superman suit was almost navy blue. I'm stuck in here, I can't get out. Like just he's Superman. He wears a blue suit. Let it be blue. Like, you know, so I'm glad that with the color and all that, and that it's fabric, like it's Superman. He doesn't need some like armor. He's impenetrable. You know what I mean? Like, but I get that in the Snyder one, it was like, oh, that was his armor on his planet type of thing. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I've never felt like Superman needs armor. He's Superman. Like, he's bulletproof. You know what I mean? Like, why does he need like an armor? I don't know. But yeah, so I do like the brighter colors and that it's back. He's back in like actual regular clothing and stuff like that. But it looks so loose and he doesn't fill it out. And that's what made Henry Cavill look so good, was like, and yeah, granted, it was a lot of muscle, like in the suit, but it looked good, man. And when he took the suit off, it didn't look like it was muscle in the suit. It looked like that was his body. You know what I'm saying? Like that is Henry Cavill, bro. That is Superman. Superman is Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is Superman. And this guy just, I don't know, he doesn't have it. Like, why would they make the suit so loose? Make it tight. Add a little bit of padding if you have to. Like, nobody cares, obviously. Everyone knows there's padding in the suits. Nobody cares. Make it look good. But they're probably going to fix all that with CGI, I'm sure. But it's not a good look to let your first sneak peek images just be like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. The only good thing I liked was the guy that did Beast and X-Men, his portrayal of Lex Luthor. Him too, to be honest with you. He has a good face, I guess, and a good head, but he doesn't have a good body. Like, he looks all little and scrawny. Like, how is that guy supposed to be an adversary of Superman? He's a twig, dude. I could break him in half. Like, I don't like this little skinny twig guy. I didn't like it in the Snyderverse either that they chose, what's his name? Freaking Mark Zuckerberg guy. I didn't like that they chose him either, because it's like, dude, Lex Luthor is not this little scrawny nerdy guy. Like, he is formidable for Superman. You know what I mean? Now, granted, he still has to wear a suit because Superman's Superman, but he's formidable though. And there's a reason why he is able to throw his weight around. Weight. You know what I mean? Like, it amongst regular people as well, because he's very formidable. I don't like this skinny dorky, and he's trying to be cool though because he has sunglasses on. That makes him cool. Like, I don't know, man. This Superman does not look good. It does not look good to me. I don't know. I've seen way better portrayals of Lex Luthor in the past. Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. There you go, Jesse Eisenberg. Sorry, I didn't read that far into your message yet. Or I hadn't read that far into your message yet, but yeah, man, I don't like the big CGI monster thing. Like, come on, dude. And I don't like the scrawny little Lex Luthor. I guess Mr. Terrific or whatever his name is fine. That could work. He worked in what was he in? Was he in the Arrowverse somewhere? I think he was. And I guess that worked fine. So, you know, fine, whatever. But nah, man. And the only thing that I like, the only thing that I personally like about the Superman trailer is what's his name? The dog. Crap, what's his name? Well, how am I forgetting his name? Little super dog. Crap, what's his name, bro? I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. I don't know why, but yeah, that's the only part I like. That's literally the only part I like. Oh, and the suit. I do like the suit. I just wish he looked better in the suit and he filled it out better. Henry Cavill did Superman justice. I just think this new Superman trailer, I'm struggling to feel the relatability. Yeah, I don't feel any relatability, but like, do superheroes need to be relatable? You're not a superhero. You can't lift a car. You're not bulletproof. You can't run at the speed of light. Like, what is this? This crap where people are like, I need to see myself. No, like, what? I don't want to see myself. I want to see Superman. It's not that I don't see relatability in the character. I just don't see Superman in the character, in the actor. I just don't see him in it. He looked good. The only time I feel like he looked good in the trailer is when he's Clark Kent. I feel like they're going to do Clark Kent better than Superman. And that's kind of the thing with the Batman. The Twilight guy's Batman. What's his name? Robert Pattinson's Batman. He was a terrible Bruce Wayne, but he was the best Batman, I think, we've ever had on the big screen. But he was the worst Bruce Wayne ever. Like, I hated him as Bruce Wayne. I did not like him at all. But he was Batman, dude. Like, when he was in the suit, he was Batman. I didn't like his suit, but he was Batman, dude. I think the all-around best Batman when it comes to physique, looking like the comic books, acting like the comic books, everything, was Ben Affleck. And I don't understand why other people don't think that. He's exactly like the comic book version of Batman. He looks exactly like the comic book version. His body is like the comic book version. Like, everything about him was like the comic book Batman. And I don't understand why people didn't like his Batman. But my favorite Batman ever was Val Kilmer. I think Val Kilmer, if the studio didn't interfere with his movie, the production of his Batman movie, would have been the best Batman movie that we ever had. Yeah, I'm trying to kill him, but you guys are just standing there. Got him. Bro, Jesse's dialogue just didn't hit for me in the DCEU. Yeah, he was whack, dude. He was a whack Lex Luthor. He seems so scared all the time. He did, because he's like this little jittery guy, you know? That's what I really disliked about him from DCU. Superdog equals Crypto. How could I not remember Crypto? Oh yeah, the Batman film, it was Ant. No, I think the Batman film was great. Huh? Who? Oh yeah. That wasn't Kick-Ass. Kind of looks like him. But no, that's not him. But no, yeah. He's whack, though. He was whack. That's where he's from, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he played Mark Zuckerberg. I actually like the Batman movie. But like I said, he was the worst Bruce Wayne ever. Bruce Wayne is not supposed to be like, Bruce Wayne is supposed to be how Robert Pattinson played him, when he's home alone with Alfred, or like in a safe place, like with people who know him and what he's about and who he is. But when he's in public, he's supposed to put on a mask. And that's the whole thing about Batman. That's the whole like kind of what makes the story, the complexity of the story is when he wears the Batman mask, he's actually himself. But when he's in public as himself, as Bruce Wayne, is when he's actually wearing the mask, because in the inside he's really dark and angry and sad and hurting, and he wants to hurt other people. You know what I mean? Because of the pain that's inside of him and stuff. That's who he really is. So when he's Batman and he's instilling justice in people, that's who he really is. But then when he goes out and he pretends that everything's fine and he's charming and he's suave and he's a ladies' man and he's this rich playboy and he's like every man's man and every woman's man type of dude, that's when he's actually has a mask on. That's when he's, you know what I mean? And Robert Pattinson didn't do that at all. Like even in public, Robert Pattinson was just like, Mima, I want to cut myself right now in front of everyone. I hate my life and I want to die. Like, it was like, dude, that's not how you're supposed to be as Bruce Wayne. Like, Bruce Wayne puts on the mask when he's out in public. Oh, freaking blasted. Give me your skin, girl. I feel like when, like, they miss the point of comic book characters so much when they make movies, man. And Marvel was doing it right for so long. And then, don't get me wrong, there were some characters where they were still missing the mark, like the Hulk or stuff like that. But for the most part, like Iron Man, Captain America, you know, Scarlet what is her name? Black Widow. But yeah, even Scarlet Witch, like they were doing so good. Spider-Man, their version of Spider, like capturing, and now they're like doing it now where they're just completely missing the mark. Like these characters are unrecognizable at this point, you know what I mean? And it's like, dude, why? I don't get it. Just take what's in the comic book and just make it live action. That's it. That's all you gotta do. It's not that hard. Val Kilmer definitely up there in the favorites of all time Batman. Dude, I watched this documentary about how the film was actually supposed to be, and I seen like scenes that they cut out of the studio, cut out of the movie. Like there was mad studio interference in the production of that movie and what it really should have been. And dude, it would have been a masterpiece if it was the way that Val Kilmer and the actual people making the movie, if they got to make their movie, I think it would have been the greatest Batman movie that was ever made. But the story is old as time. Freaking, what you call it? The studio had to get involved. No, we want a Batman that the kids can buy, type of thing. You know what I mean? Which I get, I understand, but I feel like you can still make a good complex character and kids can still like it. Like, look at Up. Dude, Up is I love Up so much. I feel like Up is a masterpiece. Despite live action, Kevin Conroy and animation of video games, he's the legend Batman. Yeah, I mean, for the voice, yeah. I agree, though. He had a weird, almost emo goth. That's fine. Like, Batman can be an emo goth. Like, he pretty much, that's what he is, pretty much. But, like, he's Batman. But what I'm saying is the complexity of the character is that he's really himself when he's Batman punching fools in the face, and he's wearing a mask when he's out in public, being this confident, cool, suave character. You know what I mean? And that's the complexity of Batman. That's the whole thing about him. And like, they got Batman correct, and they got the, oh, he's emo correct, but they didn't get the, oh, but he's wearing a cool, confident mask when he's out in public correct. And it was just terrible. And he also was just way too skinny and like fragile looking. Like, Batman does not look fragile. How many more Batman films do you think they're gonna still create? Bro, they're gonna be making Batman films until the world ends. What do you mean? As long as it makes money, they're gonna make it. LOL, ha ha ha. That time when Bane broke Batman's back in The Dark Knight Rises, I still find this quote funny. You think darkness is your ally? I broke the Batman. I think he says those things at 2 different times. He doesn't say those 2 things back to back, but no, that was straight out of the comic book when Bane breaks Batman's back. That was dope. That's straight out of the comics. But yeah, he says, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it. No one cared who I was until I put on the mask. Yeah. I mean, that movie, man, that movie has some quotes, man. That's a good movie. Like those Dark Knight Rises movies, where the Dark Knight trilogy, whatever, those were good movies. Now, unpopular opinion, I couldn't stand Christian Bale's Batman voice. I couldn't stand his Batman voice. Also, I guess the Joker was okay, but he was a little too dark. But I guess he was not the worst thing ever. But for the most part, those movies were really good. I remember when the first one came out, Batman Begins, and I didn't know how much I liked it when I first watched it, and then I found myself like wanting to watch it over and over again. I know it doesn't even connect. What is that? Hey, it works, man. It's whatever. It's beautiful. Okay, listen. Somebody's gonna break their ankle in here. Look at the grass comes through. Oh god. It's part of the design, Doc. We wanted to bring a little bit of nature into our living room. So he played a great Bane and also great Venom. I think the Venom sequels are debatable. I think he's better even as Venom than Bane, but yeah, he was a good Bane. It was just weird because Bane's supposed to be a Mexican luchador, and I don't even know what the Bane is, and like, what's his ethnicity in the Dark Knight movies? Is he? Yeah, he's supposed to be a Mexican luchador. Yeah. What? A bird landed on me. Oh. I have the touch. I'm like Snow White. The Venom sequels are debatable. I mean, but the Venom, like even the first Venom movie wasn't great, but it was fun. You know what I mean? It wasn't a good movie, but it was fun and it was watchable. Bro, don't be Rachel Ziegler. I know. Never that, never that. I'm more of a Brett Cooper myself.